And good day, everyone. I am Mr. Vargas. Welcome to my science room. I'm just kidding. It's Polymac. It's particle time. Creative Tony's ready with his mysterious M hat. We'll have to explore that in a minute. I'm not sure what that M represents, but glad to be back. Glad to see everybody with us today. We got a lot going on today. As usual, it was a busy show yesterday. I expect another one like that today. We got some housekeeping items to take care of, and then we'll get into the guts of today's show. In fact, Tony, looking ahead to this week, or the end of the week, rather, just want to remind everybody our first Metallica ticket giveaway will happen this Friday. We'll dive into that. We'll give one pair of tickets away, and I'll let you guys know how to pick. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to give tickets away. We'll collect your name. I'm going to ask everybody to do, just to give you a little heads up, send your name, your phone number, your address, your email address to the PMP email box, and then we'll send that to the Metallica office, and you guys are going to pick up at will call at the Sunday show. So just giving you a heads up on that. Also, Tony, other housekeeping items, the legendary, the great, my buddy Dennis McNally, former publicist of the Grateful Dead. He's got deep ties into the community. He's got a brand new book out. I talked to him this morning. He's in New York City right now promoting his book. You're going to see his name a lot. There was a big article in the Chronicle last week about Dennis and this new book. So we'll have Dennis on next week. He confirmed he doesn't know which day yet, Tony, but Dennis will be joining us next week. And how are you doing today, Big T?
I'm good, Paulie. Can we do some in-show production, behind-the-scenes production? Can you bear with me? And if I can walk you through something, because just so you know, PMP Army and everybody tuning in, we're trying something new today, a new setup. Paulie, go to settings. Okay, follow me here. Go to settings.
Yeah.
And then re-engage your mic, because I don't think your mic is engaged fully with our broadcast, because we're getting you, but we're not getting broadcast, Paulie. I want broadcast premium, Paulie.
I'm not sure what you're asking me to do here, buddy. Bad timing to be fucking around like this in the middle of the beginning. I don't know. Go to settings, and then what do I do?
And then go to audio.
Yeah.
And then go to make sure that you are on the Rodecaster Pro 2 main stereo.
I am. Yes, I am. I'm set to
default or regular?
What?
Okay.
What?
You're okay. We're good. Good. Boom. Done.
I don't know. It's
perfect.
Set. Yeah.
All right. We're set, and let's roll, dude. Oh, by the way, Roby Tuesday, I'm about to throw my robe on here in a second. It is a warmer day today, so it's hard to throw the robe on for full show. But
I'm going to go robe free because of that. It's really hot up in this room I'm broadcasting in, and I can't throw. That robe is heavy. That's like a winter robe, so I'm going robe free. I'm going to let you represent with the robe today, Big T.
I'll throw the robe on for sure, dude. And by the way, might as well do it while we're at it. Let's just, let's go humble fats.
Humble Fats, our founding father on a Roby Tuesday. There he is, man. He's all business. And shout out to the cactus on the far right-hand portion of his photo over there, the mysterious cactus. I wonder how big that thing is growing at this point. Roby Tuesday in full effect. Yeah, I'm going robe free, but if you want to robe up at home, you go ahead and be my guest. You do that. Hey, to get the show started today, Tony, I want to remind everybody, rather than get into a spot for Dr. Matt Young today, which we will do, but we're going to wait till 11:30 because he's actually going to join us on the show today. I just want everybody to kind of get to know him a little bit, meet. Good. You look good, T. And by the way, what is the M on your hat? Let's uncover this mystery right now.
Oh, that's the San Carlos Missions. That's our summer fall ball team that I coach. And we just got some new gear before we play in the Half Moon Bay Memorial Day baseball tournament this weekend. And we just got new uniforms. So I'm giving this a test run on the show before we take off to Half Moon Bay for the weekend. And they do a great job of hosting the tournament. This will be the third year we've done it. And it's great time. And we all stay over there. So it actually feels like a vacation, even though we're only in Half Moon Bay. We're out on the beach, we're out on the ocean. It's great.
Yeah, that Ritz-Carlton down there where we've had some, we used to have some KMBR. It's like being in another world, and it's only like 30 minutes south of the city. That blows my mind. I'm a Half Moon Bay head. I got to admit, I've always had a soft spot for Half Moon Bay. Now, Creative Tony, the reason I asked you about that hat, let me throw this out there real quick. That hat is almost like an exact replica of the high school I went to in New Jersey. It was Mountain Lake High School, and our colors were blue and orange. So it actually looks like you're repping Mountain Lakes High School baseball right now. And I'm not kidding. That's pretty wild. Very
so Paul, you want to talk about particles? You want to talk about good energy for us going into the tournament this weekend? That is freaking beautiful, dude. Thank you. I love it. And the colors were blue and orange, yeah?
Blue and orange. That was the colors of my high school. Yeah.
Let's go. I love
Kind of like
it.
that whole Syracuse look, the blue and orange. It's a good combo. But anyway, back to the beginning of the show. Yeah, Dr. Matt Young going to join us
Yep.
at 11:30, just so you guys can get to know him. You can hear it from his mouth instead of mine for a change. And he's just such a great guy. It's going to be nice to have him on board. Now, our other great sponsor, Carlos de la Fuente, you guys know him. You guys love him. He's part of the show pretty much on a daily basis at this point. And we've got some interesting contributions today. We talk about my buddy Los over at Flex Funding, providing help with mortgages and loans. We've been talking about his services for a couple of months now. We love having Los as a partner. But we're going to try a couple different things today, Tony, to kind of, display the services of Carlos and what he's offering everybody in the PMP community. I went over to Yelp and I got a couple of Yelp reviews about people that have worked with Carlos. So I'm just going to read one of those for you today, just so you can hear it from somebody else. It's not coming from me every time. So this is a satisfied customer of Carlos from a woman named Lauren. I'm just going to read you word for word what she wrote because it's very nice. She said, "Hey, huge shout out to Carlos de la Fuente at Flex Funding. Going through a divorce is stressful enough, but Carlos made the process of securing a loan to keep my home feel smooth and manageable." First of all, Lauren, I'm sorry you're going through a divorce. That is a very difficult situation, but having somebody like Carlos in your corner to calm the waters, that's pretty huge. So she continues here. From start to finish, he was incredibly supportive, knowledgeable, and always one step ahead. His team was on top of everything, keeping the process moving and making sure I was informed every step of the way. Carlos went above and beyond to explain things clearly. That's important. I need that kind of help, dude. When I'm dealing with financial matters, I need somebody to give me like the basics just so I can understand and grasp it, because I don't really have a financial head. I don't think you do either, which is why we have guys like Carlos helping us out. So anyway, she goes, Carlos went above and beyond to explain things clearly and worked hard to make sure I felt confident and taken care of. If you're looking for somebody who truly cares and will guide you through the tough stuff with professionalism and heart, Carlos is your guy. Thank you again. Dude, that is a very heartfelt message from Lauren. So I just wanted to share that today so you can see there's a satisfied customer, one of the many, after working with Carlos. And Tony, do you have a special contribution as well? We're going to get to that a little later.
Dude, I do have a special contribution. I just want to say, like, these are Google reviews, so like if you do have any interaction with Los, feel free to post your own review. But I was thinking about this the other day, that Los is kind of like Sam Mayday Malone from Cheers, right?
Okay. What?
Where,
okay.
Like,
yeah.
You know how bartenders can be like part-time, like friends or therapists, like they're good listeners, and people not only go to the bar, people didn't only go to Cheers to have a drink, but they also went to go hang out with Sam and or Coach behind the bar, or Woody later on. But like,
what about Carla? Don't leave out Carla.
Wow, dude, Carla,
she was behind the bar. That's Mrs. Danny DeVito to you and me, buddy.
Exactly.
How's that for a couple? You want to talk Hollywood power couples? Give me Carla and DeVito 10 days out of 10.
There you go. I'm just messing around. I just had to give Paulie the air horn for deviating, but that's what we do. So Paulie, but no, what I'm saying is that it's all about Los, is the personality of Los. He's a nurturer by nature, right? He's not naughty by nature. He's nurtured by nature. And I really truly mean that. Like, he's just a great dude. And like, we have so many off show chats that have nothing to do with the sponsorship or the partnership, just about him being a good dude and talking sports, talking music. And by the way, Los will be featured in Tony's top 3 later on today.
That's what I was kind of hinting at. I didn't know if you were going to like reveal that or if that was a surprise, but that's the other piece. Yes, we do have a really cool Carlos contribution. We'll get to that during the top 3. Yeah, exactly,
man. So I'm just saying that, yes, of course, it's a transaction. It's a business, but it's way more than that with Los. And so, 925-250-4894 if you want to give him a call. That's 925-250-4894. Or if you want to email, drop him a line. Think outside the box. Any type of situation that you don't have an answer to, get in touch with Los. Carlos@myflexnow.com.
Thank you, buddy. It's funny, you were talking about how we chat with Carlos off the air when we're not doing the show, too. He and I had a back and forth yesterday about the virtues and the beauty of the Richmond district in San Francisco. Because and he gets it, dude. He used to live. The reason he reached out to me, because I mentioned yesterday, I used to live for a short time on 27th in California and how much I love that neighborhood. And he came right back and he was like, bro, I used to live in that neighborhood too. And then we just started talking about the Richmond. And I still feel this, Tony. San Francisco has gone through so much change over the past 20 years that we've experienced. But when you go to the Richmond is still the Richmond. Like that is the real, to me, that's like the real San Francisco.
It makes me think of the song, Still the One. We're still having fun, and we're still like, dude. So, by the way, I saw Mustache Harbor over the weekend. They played our San Carlos Music Festival, and I can't remember if they played that. That's in their repertoire. It might not be considered yacht rock, but it's definitely a good tune, a catchy tune that I could see those guys playing. But you made me think of that song. And by the way, go see Mustache Harbor if you haven't seen them. They're a great, fun cover band here in the Bay Area. But Paulie, I have two things.
Utah, go.
I have two apologies. Two apologies. One is a direct apology to Shannon Kaler of the Stone Foxes, because I sent him a text message last night. They gigged last night, and I'm sure they tore the cover off the stage at the Regency Ballroom in San Francisco. I wasn't able to make it. My daughter was sick. I was under the weather, I still don't feel tip top.
Funny, I'm kind of fighting something too. It's funny you say that, dude. I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm like, I don't know if it's allergies or if I have a cold or what's going on.
Dude, I ran to a local buddy the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I have pneumonia and bronchitis." I was like, "Oh,
good. Good. Maybe I can grab some. Could you share it with me if possible?"
Dude, how about we high five and hug, and maybe but anyways, it's just stuff's going around. So anyways, I told Shannon rest was in order for last night, and but much love to Shannon. By the way, go see the Stone Foxes any chance you can. Stonefoxes.com. I think they have a gig coming up here at late May. I'll look at the date and we'll promote it before the end of the show. And also, I'd like to apologize to Robert Romanis because we missed his birthday yesterday. Mike Damone's birthday was yesterday, and by the way, that's a big foul on my part. We should always be on alert for May 19th. It should be a national holiday for Mike Damone's birthday. So, Robert Romanis, the actor, the character name from Fast Times, Mike Damone. It was his birthday yesterday. So, Paulie, go ahead.
Couple quick things on Mike Damone, the greatness of Mike Damone. The legend continues to grow. So I'm going to encourage everybody. There's a dude on Twitter who calls himself Mike Damone, and I follow this guy. And I just posted a reply to one of Mike Damone's posts earlier today. I do it all the time because he'll post Fast Time stuff, and then I respond anytime I see him. So follow Mike Damone out there, you guys. It ain't the real guy, but it's a guy who totally gets it, and we have a lot of fun with this dude. Secondly, Tony, Rags, my buddy Rags in Jersey, sent to the email box a picture of the Mountain Lakes High School baseball hat. Nice. So if you want to do like a side-by-side comparison, but I'm telling you, dude, it's like a 10. That could easily be a Polymac High School baseball hat.
Beautiful.
So find that from Rags. Yeah, at some point, and we'll put it up there. Okay, so Tony, back to the matters at hand. Dude, it was a tight pants Monday, Robbie Ray start. And how about this? That was the first game the Giants have lost all year that he started last night. And it was no fault of his, dude. He went 7 scoreless. The guy has been, lights out, man.
Yes. Paulie, I have a problem. And I
hope to have a solution. You have a problem, I have a solution. Let's go.
I got 2 problems. First, we're going to talk about the Giants against left-handed pitching this season, and then we're also going to talk about I love Bob Melvin, and I compliment the whole staff on what they're doing, the whole managerial staff of the Giants and what they're doing this season. I don't know what to do when you see a pitcher who is dealing like Robbie Ray.
Yeah, here we go.
They took him out with 94 pitches. He had thrown 73% strikes. I don't know the exact number, whatever the percentage is, but he had thrown 73% strikes of his 94 pitches. And dude, they hold on. 94 pitches looking for total strikes. I can't see that. I don't see the number. But anyways, Paulie.
Yes.
My thing is, if you, again, this is always hindsight due, because if Tyler Rogers gets through the inning, then this is probably a moot point. But when you have a pitcher's duel like that with Bubich and Ray battling one another, and they're both about similar pitch counts, I feel like you just got to let him go at least another inning. He threw 104 pitches the game before against Arizona. And it's like, you let him go one more, let him at least start the inning and hope for a couple quick outs. As a former pitcher, like, that would irk the you-know-what out of me, because it's like, this is my game to win or lose. And I know the argument is, well, that's what you have the bullpen for, and that's what the bullpen's there for. And they're there to save your win, and they're to save your game. Yeah, but now Look what happens. And again, it's easy for me to say all this because Rogers gave up the freaking bomb to the guy. By the way, do you know I think it's partly all our fault that guy hit a bomb. Vinny Pasquintelli, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Do you know what this kid's nickname is for the Royals?
No, tell me.
Pasquatch.
Damn. Shout out to the Sasquatch. Steal your squatch above Tony's head to the right. I love that. I didn't know that, but I like it. I'm going to endorse the nickname. It's a good nickname.
So it's like, I'm just saying, Robbie Ray's a veteran. Like, he's 94 pitches. Let him get to at least 100 to 105, maybe max out at 105. If he gets a runner on, he's gone. But I just felt like Robbie Ray deserved to go back out in the 8th. My son and I were watching, and he was like, Dad, why isn't he back out there? I go, well, this is new age baseball. Back in the day, dude, go throw 120 and get the complete game. But I know that's a moot point now because that doesn't happen anymore. But just as a pitching enthusiast, as a pitching duel purist, I was upset that they took Robbie Ray out of the game. And then on the other side, Paulie, the Giants are 4-10 against left-handed pitching, and they're batting 201 against lefties this year. That's no bueno, dude. Something's got to give, man. They got to start dropping some bunts. They got to start mixing up the order against lefties. I don't know what it is, but man, something's got to give. As the Beastie Boys said on Check Your Head, something's got to give.
Well, I feel like, listen, there's a couple different ways we could approach this, and I agree with everything you said. I think Robbie Ray should have continued to pitch. He was dealing. They couldn't hit him. He was shutting them out. Let the guy go finish his job. I mean, it might have worked out, but what if I submit this for your consideration?
I like it.
Perhaps the Giants should have provided Robbie Ray with some run support, and then we wouldn't be having this conversation. You know what I mean?
Perhaps, but that's my point. You know that you need to continue to match Bubic, because Bubic was on fire, dude. He's throwing a no-hitter, and I don't even know if I agree with the official scorekeeper that gave that a hit when it was Massey, the second baseman, who kind of like was playing the shift. And then it was a routine ground ball to second, and he slipped on the turf, and the ball gets past him. Like, if I'm Bubic, I'm not too thrilled that they just gave that a hit, man, because that broke up the no-hitter. I'm happy as a Giants fan that broke up the no-hitter, but I was like, dude, come on, man. You're going to give that a hit? That was a routine ground ball. Anyways, those guys are going back and forth. I'm like, come on. And I know Rogers is having a good season, and I know that's only the second home run he's given up all season. I get it. But when you have a starter who is just dealing like that, having guys off balance all night, it's like, oh.
Well, but Melvin is an old school guy. Like, he's not of this era. He's no Gabe Kapler, you know what I mean, with the computers and calculators. Like, he's an old school baseball guy. So
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, I'm not sure what the mentality was behind that. I have to assume everything always goes back to pitch count. But,
but it's like, oh, he's a veteran. These are grown men. These are grown ass men, as they say. Anyways, and maybe second half of the season, I see sweet Mad Hatter. What's up, Mad Hatter? How's the leg bomb doing, dude? He's talking about like maybe after the 4th of July, Melvin maybe changes his tune and lets starters go longer. I don't know. It's me personally, and it's just I'll always defend the starting pitcher when they're just in a groove and they're under 100 pitches. Let him go back out there, and it's his game to win or lose, in my opinion. That's all.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think it would have been, unless he went in there and said, I can't go anymore, but I seriously doubt that was the case. I'm sure he would like to have had a shot to finish what he started. Hey, also in the news today, Tony, the NBA conference finals are going to start in the West. You got OKC, Minnesota, Knicks host Indiana tomorrow. I got a question for you about these conference What?
I just like questions. I'm ready.
I like your answers, which is why I'm going to lob a question at you. So, okay, I was thinking about this morning. Like, I'm all in. Okay, I'm all in for these conference finals. This is when basketball is at its best, regardless of who's out there. But when you look at the landscape, right? Like right now, with who's still standing in the NBA, I guess the question is it lacking in star power? Because the stalwarts who've been present, a continued presence in the NBA playoffs for the last decade or so, names like LeBron James, Steph Curry, the Joker, you know what I mean? Kyrie, even. It just goes on and on. Luka, Joker. All these guys have been dismissed from the postseason. So you got 3 small market teams in Minnesota, Oklahoma City, and Indiana. You do have New York City, the biggest market in the country. But I wonder if the casual fans are going to buy into this? Like, does OKC Minnesota move the needle? For a casual fan who would tune in for LeBron James or Steph Curry, will they still have an interest? Like, I have a feeling this might be a low-rated series.
Two shout outs that I got to give before I get my answer to your very, very wonderful question, Paulie. You said
okay, yeah.
Still standing. I got to give love to Elton John. I'm still standing. Mustache Harbor did play that song on Saturday night in San Carlos. And then also,
I'm out now. I got to come in with a couple of standing tracks of my own, Tony. I'll give you Grateful Dead, Standing on the Moon. And then Bruce Springsteen, there's a great track. It's an outtake B-side from the Born in the USA album. It's called Stand on It. So you got Stand on It, you got Standing on the Moon, and I'm Still Standing. That completes our trifecta of standing songs. Tony, go ahead.
Well, also Blues Traveler has a great song called Just Stand. Right?
Oh, dude, wait, time out. Thank you for Blues Traveler. And I'm silly me. I forgot Sly Stone also has a great track called Stand. So here we go. I think we've covered the gamut, Tony.
By the way, we'll always try to cover the gamut. Paulie, and the other thing is, you know that this show is huge on stats and facts and figures. We like to dive into the minutia.
That's all we do. That's all we do. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Some people are getting sick of it. Too many stats.
Totally. I got a couple texts like, can you guys cut it out with all the stats? And
you guys getting your analytics. This show is an analytics-driven show, and we're starting to lose people. Right.
It's too much. I'm learning too much from your show.
I'm getting a headache from all this information. Yeah. Well, go ahead. What were you going to say?
This is the first time that the Western Conference Finals will not be played in either California or Texas since 1996. How about that, dude?
Wait. That's insane. Say that again.
This is the first time the Western Conference Finals will not be played in the state of California or the state of Texas since 1996. That is an insane stat right there, dude. And I was just like, I saw that. I was like, that's crazy stuff. So I'm actually, as a casual fan, and my second shout out was to shout out to the movie The Wildlife and the quote, "It's casual." As a casual fan, I'm actually really excited for the final. I want to see OKC beat Minnesota, and I want to see the Knicks beat the Pacers. Although, dude, Reggie Miller, dude, he's doing every single Knicks Pacers game. Did you know this?
Well, I think that's appropriate. He was like the biggest villain of the 90s outside of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan used to make a habit out of just ripping the heart out of the New York Knicks every May or June. I saw it happen year after year after year. But Reggie got his hit. He got his licks in too, dude. The whole Spike Lee incident back in the 90s.
No question.
So he should be doing the games. That's totally appropriate in my mind.
He has been out and out about his hatred for the Knicks and for New York. So that's going to be good. I'm curious to see how he filters his takes and his opinions as the color analyst for this series. And also some other cool news, dude. Draymond Green is joining Shaq and Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley on the set for Inside the NBA for first couple of games of the series too. That's going to be very cool.
Yeah, Draymond's awesome. He's great on the mic. He did that. I think he's done that previously too. He's sat in with those guys a few times. He can hold his own. He's great.
And he's so smart too, dude. Like, he's just paving the way for his career after the game. He's so smart. He's got the podcast also. Yeah. Draymond, again, Draymond fan for life.
I will say, so am I. And I will say this about Draymond Green. Tony, if I could use some street talk, he dropped a podcast. I don't know if you ever noticed this. I never use that term, dropped. I'm so burnt out. Hey, there's a new record. It's going to drop. Hey, did you see the new Bob Dylan movie drops on Monday? Is someone like holding it and going to like, I'm just so sick of that whole thing. But anyway, he dropped a new podcast and he actually admitted, Draymond Green, he goes, you know what? Julius Randle outplayed me in that series. And I thought that was pretty big of Draymond to actually say that, because it's entirely true.
He did.
It was distressing to watch Draymond Green getting back down in the paint by, Julius Randle. If he continues to play like this, Minnesota's going to be really tough to beat. I don't care how good OKC is. Like, these guys, Julius Randle was a freaking handful in that series against the Warriors.
Oh, no question. He was playing his ass off. He's playing the best basketball I've ever seen him play. And, he's probably, like, I don't know. I feel like both guys, Karl Anthony Towns, are both relieved to be out of their previous situations and very excited to be where they are now. It's funny how that stuff works. But also, Julius Randle looks like you could put him back in the 70s with a butterfly collar and bell bottoms And he's got his hair's longer, he's got the big beard. Like the first time I saw him this season, I'm like, wow, dude, that's a throwback look right there, man. Like, remember Teddy Pendergrass? He kind of reminds me of Teddy Pendergrass,
That's good. That's good. Hey, by the way, dude, we're riffing on the term drop. Don Peralta, our ace in the hole guy, he said, guys, don't forget about the Beastie Boys. Drop.
Dude, and by the way, don't
say it. Give me one, Tony. Give me one.
Drop. But dude,
what track is that? What track?
It's sure to make the beat. Drop on a hot summer's day. Just me and my posse and MCA. It's that song. There'd be a lot of girls and a lot.
Is that License to Ill we're talking about?
Yeah, it's on License to Ill. It's on License to Ill. But also shout out to the Far Side, the hip hop group, the Far Side, because they sample the Beastie Boys drop in their own song called Drop, which is really good. Highly recommended. Far Side drop, Beastie Boys drop. What is the track? Make the beat drop, and then they reprise it in Intergalactic. But the original drop, you guys, is from Unlicensed to Ill. So I'll look that up.
Oh, Stevie B saying Intergalactic.
Yeah, that they reprise it in Intergalactic. The first time they ever used it was Licensed to Ill.
Dude, when I was a freshman in college, that album, the License to Ill album, had just come out. And I am not exaggerating, Tony, when I tell you pretty much, I think like every party I went to as a freshman in college, that album was playing loud. The Beastie Boys License to Ill, like every single night. And every kid knew all the words. It was insane. What a time.
And by the way, Paulie, I just looked it up as a reminder, and I was right. License to Ill, the song, it's the new style. 4 and 3 and 2 and
1. Yeah. By the way, man, let me take, because I know we're almost going to break. It's almost time to talk to Dr. Matt Young, but I do have a couple more things I want to get to real quick.
Yeah.
Back to Reggie Miller for a second. Dude, all of this like anti-New York, pro-Pacer thing. Do you know what the Garden Fit? They're going to clobber him when he walks in the building tonight.
Totally.
Like Reggie is going to get an earful. Yes. Reggie sucks. You're going to hear the whole building chanting. Like it's going to be a very intense atmosphere. Who do you like in that series, by the way?
Pacers. I like the Knicks, but the Pacers scare me.
Me too.
I'm fairly confident OKC wins in 5. I am, but I don't think in that series in the Western Conference Finals. I think the other Pacers Knicks could go 7, I think. I mean,
so, dude, after we just did the whole Julius Randle, Teddy Pendergrass tribute, you think that the T-Wolves only get 1 game in that series?
By the way, do you remember Eddie Murphy? You got what I need.
You know what's amazing, dude? I considered dropping that when we were talking about Randall, but I held back. And then you just did it for me. So thank you. Because I didn't know if it'd be too obscure for everybody, but yeah, you got what I need. Yeah, totally.
And then his line after scared the bitches into liking him.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Exactly.
So, Paulie, Randall and Ant-Man, yes, they're both very good players. And, dude, Minnesota's a good team. I don't think they're a great team. I think OKC is a better team. And I'm also going WCC love with Jalen Williams from Santa Clara and Chet Holmgren from
stop right there. Let me stop. See, that's the thing right there. Chet Holmgren, very good player for such a young guy in the league, but his body type I think might be a negative in this series, because I think Randall is going to get extremely physical with Julius Randle, maybe more physical than Chet Holmgren's ever really had to deal with before. I mean, that would be my approach. I'm going to bang this skinny body around. We'll see if he can take it for 7 games, because like that's the one. I don't think it's a flaw because he's such a great player, Chet Holmgren, but I do think that could hurt him in this series if they take the physicality to him. I don't know if Chet Holmgren can answer that for 7 games. I don't know.
You know they're going. They're going to. And every time I see him run, I'm scared. Like I feel like something's going to break.
Dude, well, that's not a good sign. If he looks that brittle to you, like a leg might snap just running down the court. But those guys have a tough time putting on weight. Guys with that kind of body type. I mean, he's like he's like a giraffe, dude. He needs some.
That kid can shoot from outside too. He's not just a 7-foot plus rebounding machine. He can shoot as well. He was so impressive for Gonzaga, man. Jesus.
Oh, he was unstoppable. He was unstoppable in Gonzaga. It was driving me nuts as a USF fan. He was giving me nightmares, that guy. So Tony, I do want to get to your top 3 today because we got that extra Carlos thing I want to get to.
Young. And also, dude, before we get to Dr. Young, I have a note here that I want to bring this to the attention. First of all, 2 things. Tom Tolbert and Steve Kerr in the backyard today. Barry Sports Collective. Tom Tolbert with Steve Kerr at 2 p.m. in Tom's backyard today. It's going to be fantastic. And then, so don't miss that. And then also, I just want to tip my cap and just welcome in the second season of Oakland Ballers Baseball. Today is their opening day. They actually, if you search on social media, they had a tremendous post that they posted yesterday about approaching this coming season. And man, it just makes me want to love and get involved with Oakland Ballers ball more and more and more. So I just want to say, go get them, Oakland Ballers. I think they have like 40 home games or something this season. Paulie, let's get out there. Let's maybe do a PMP vacation out there, or PMP field trip out there. But I just want to say Oakland Ballers opening day today. So baseball back in Oakland at Raimondi Field, Raimondi Park.
Well, Tony and I are going to be two of these guys that are going to continue to, support baseball being played in Oakland, regardless of whether it's big leagues or not. And it's, what's cool about the Ballers, man, the community has supported them. People go out and watch their games and they're into it. So I'm glad you mentioned that. And Tony, I think our special guest is with us. So yes. I want to introduce everybody to our latest sponsor. This is a good friend of mine. I've been a patient of his for over a decade now. The one, the only, the legendary Dr. Matt Young. His practice down in Union Square. Look at this guy. There he is, Dr. Young. Hey, good morning, my friend. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Good to see you, Paulie. Good to see you, Tony.
Yeah, Dr. Young.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, Dr. Young, you're at the office right now, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm at the office. This is a good opportunity for a little early lunch today, and get to hang out with you guys and talk to your audience. And very, very happy for both of you. I love the show. Happy to be involved.
Now, Paulie, right out of the gates, I want to ask Dr. Young right out of the gates. Did you watch the Giants game at all last night, Dr. Young and Robbie Ray? Yeah, great pitching performance, Robbie Ray and Bubich. How did you feel? I already voiced my concerns, but I'm not gonna give up what I said earlier. But how did you feel about Robbie Ray not coming out for the 8th inning? Were you okay with that, or were you like, should he go back out for the 8th inning? I want to get, because I know you're a baseball guy.
Yeah, I love baseball, and you gotta rely on the coaches in that situation. It's a long season. What do you say? One of 162.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go out there for the 8th and get it done, but if it risks over pitching or an injury, you have to look at those things. So you can go back.
Spoken like a true medical professional.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Hey, that's a good way. He looks at everything through a medical lens. That's funny. Hey, Dr. Young, so this is the thing. I'm talking to the audience for a second here. Dr. Young and I have been talking Giants baseball for over a decade. And I'll never forget this one time I was in his chair getting some work done. This is, I think, in like either, I don't know, maybe 2010, 2011, something like that. It was a daytime game, and I was sitting in his chair, and I knew the Mets were at Shea Stadium that day. Yeah. And Timmy was starting. I'll never forget this. Timmy Lincecum was starting, and I was like, hey, Dr. Young, can I get that Giant game in my headphones? He's like, yeah, no problem, man. So I was sitting there listening to Timmy work at Shea while Dr. Young was working on my teeth. It was really cool. And that's one of the messages I've tried to tell people, Dr. Young, is that you remember how uptight I was when I first met you? I was extremely nervous going to any dentist office. And dude, you diffused that. And I got to thank you for that. You put me at ease. Now, when I come to see you, it's like a pleasurable experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember that appointment really well. Usually you want to listen to Grateful Dead or Rolling Stones. So I had all that queued up for you. And you said, you know what? We got a day game. Timmy's pitching. Can you get the game on KMBR? And I said, yeah. I can cue that up, and you're listening to the game, and I turned it on for the whole office, and it was awesome.
Hey, Dr. Young, Tony, I should tell you guys, you two might want to have a little side conversation, because Dr. Young, now Creative Tony was a very accomplished high school pitcher. He went on to pitch Division I. Tony pitched at St. Mary's and at USF after high school, but he's an SI product. He's from St. Ignatius, and I'm so happy that your son, Joe, will be attending in the fall, who, Tony, is also a baseball player. So, Tony, tell Dr. and congrats on that, by the way. Congrats on him getting into SI. But, Tony, tell Dr. Young what he can expect with the program and all the love, because it's a big program down there.
Oh, well, you can expect the best quality baseball I think the state of California has to offer. Maybe San Diego, maybe Southern California has some comparable leagues, but the WCAL, the West Catholic Athletic League, is mighty, and SI has done well. They came in tied for second this year at the end of the regular season. They lost to Valley Christian in the playoffs, but the competition and the brand of ball is top notch. It's second to none, and so I'm really excited. And that starts in freshman level, and then JV, and then varsity. So you're going to get some really good baseball, some fun baseball. If you're a baseball fan, which I know you are, Dr. Young, you're going to have a great time watching SI baseball against the WCL. And when they go to the East Bay and they'll play like De La Salle, they'll play San Ramon Valley High. They'll play some good quality preseason games too. So it's going to be, oh man, buckle up, because I coached over there too, and man, it was. I mean, I think I probably took some years off my life because of the stress of some of those games, but man, it was a lot of fun, So you're about to embark on 4 years of a lot of fun baseball, man.
Yeah, Brian Polazzi's the head coach for varsity for SI. You know, Joe will be going into freshman year. He's really excited. He knows a lot of kids going into SI from all of his years with sports and being active in San Francisco and the Bay Area. You know, they bring in kids from San Francisco, East Bay, Marin, and Peninsula. So really pumped about the experience. And, you know, it's strong in academics and strong in athletics. So, and, you know, what more could you ask for a school?
Well, that's they always. Sorry, Paulie. That's what I love about. They prioritize the athletics, and they prioritize the Jesuit mantra of be a person for others, and that still is my mantra to this day. So, he's heading to a good spot, man. I know you know that. That's great.
Yeah, I do a lot of volunteer work for dentistry and for giving back to the community. It's something that's really changed how I view life. You know, I remember 2003, one of my friends said, "Do you want to do a volunteer mission in Vietnam for dentistry?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll go. I'll help out." I hadn't really done a lot of volunteer work up until that point. I said, "I'll go and help out." And when I was there, it was so powerful to be around everybody who just wanted to contribute and volunteer and dedicate their time. And after that, I said, "This is what I want to do. Like, this is a purpose for me." And you know, I volunteer in a lot of different facets, and you know, that's a big part of St. Ignatius as well, is giving back to the community, knowing that, you know, it's more than just academic sports, it's community, and you have to be involved. You have to be involved to feel part of everything, and it makes everything better. It makes the neighborhood better. It makes the community better. It makes the country and the world better. So I love it.
God bless you, Dr. Young. I totally agree. And I'm glad you've done that kind of work, because Tony and I have been active with the San Francisco Food Bank and the Marin County Food Bank. We've done a lot of work with those guys over the years. And you're right. Once you start getting into those kind of efforts, it's like catching a bug, and then you want to do more, because it really does feel good. It feels good knowing that you're lending a hand to people who actually need a little assistance out there in life, regardless of, you know, what category that might be in. So I'm glad you were doing that. So Dr. Young, you know, I just wanted the audience to kind of take a look at you, get to know you a little bit. And Tony's putting up some of your particulars right now, the phone number, the address. But I thought maybe you could tell our audience some of the things you specialize in and how you deal with nervous Nellies like me when they walk into your door, because Dr. Young is a cool cat. I'm just telling you guys right now, he's going to make you feel right at home. And you don't have to listen to the Dead or the Rolling Stones. If you want to listen to Taylor Swift, he can arrange that. But he always hooks you up with the great headphones. And dude, remember the day I asked you if I could keep the shades after you were doing that procedure? Yeah. My wife was laughing. She was like, you know, you asked Dr. I don't remember because I was still under anesthesia. But when you guys were walking me out of the office, Liz, I had the shades on still. And I'm like, where did I get these? I was starting to come back. And she was like, Paulie, you were begging Dr. Young to keep those shades, because he put shades on me, Tony, when he had the bright light in my face, and I kept them. So, but how, talk about some of the services you provide and how you deal with your customers and stuff like that.
I think I told you while you were sedated, those were our dental Versace glasses. Like, I have to have those. Yeah. Liz is amazing. Liz is amazing.
Thanks, man.
You have a great partner with Liz. She's awesome. So, I think, it all comes down to getting to know the person, the patient, when they come in, understanding what they need, understanding what their concerns are. You know, somebody might come in, they want a cleaning and checkup, and we can do that. They might say, you know, I haven't been to the dentist in a while, and I'm really nervous about things. And you know, we can talk about things to make the appointment easier, do more comprehensive exam and check things out. But it's really making people feel comfortable the whole the whole way. You know, we do have a lot of sedation options. It's not needed for everybody. And sometimes over time, people wind up doing less and less sedation. They're like, I feel so much more comfortable now.
Yeah.
You know, before I needed more, now I need less and less. And you guys are awesome. So, you know, whatever somebody needs, you know, we want to be able to be there for them.
See, that's awesome, because that's exactly how Dr. Young has dealt with me over the years, just to let the audience know. Like, I remember telling Dr. Young at one point when I had a procedure, I might have been a root canal, and I said, you know, I'd rather not even know what's going. That's just me, because I was like, I don't even really think I want to know what's happening. I'd rather just kind of come to when you're finished. So I think the point of that, me saying that, is that Dr. Young will work with you according to what you feel that you need. So he's really cool like that. And go on down. And if you haven't been to the dentist in a while, trust me, you're going to be in great hands with this guy. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. And last thing I want to say today, Dr. Young, and I'll let you get back to work in a minute, but you also have a great sense of humor, man. And you made me laugh. I still laugh about this one story you told me. I want you to, if you can, sum it up and tell the audience, tell us the Philadelphia story, the cigarette thing. That whole thing, look it up. This is a great one. Tony, listen to this. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is you know, this is during my residency in Philadelphia. So this is like 1999. I'm fresh out of dental school, and there was a guy. He had a major infection on his lower jaw, and I'm like, you know, we have to get you in. We have to do some work right away, and maybe even admit you into the hospital. And you know, he says to me, you know what? I just have to give my wife a call. Give my wife a call and let her know that I might have to go to the hospital. I said, okay. So it's been like 45 minutes. And I said to my co-resident, I'm like, what is going on with this guy? We look outside. This is January in Philadelphia. And he's sitting outside in front of a parking meter, licking an ice cream cone, smoking a cigarette. What are you doing? We said, you have to admit you have a major infection. You have to call your wife. He's like, oh man, I'm not married. I just had to get one more smoke in before I get the dental procedures in.
Dude, I forgot about the ice cream cone. I forgot he was working an ice cream cone, Tony.
You have two hands.
He was double fisted. Yeah.
You know what? There was actually an amazing food truck right outside of the hospital.
Yeah.
I used to get this breakfast sandwich every day. They had ice cream. This guy would make like the egg sandwich with the scrambled eggs and the sausage and the croissant or bagel.
Oh my God.
The guy was epic. Like that was my morning routine. So he had ice cream also. So he's like, get his ice cream cone, smoking a cigarette. He's like, I'm not married. I'm like, and when he said I'm not married, it made sense.
I mean, that's Philly in a nutshell, man. That is Philly in a freaking nutshell, that kind of behavior. So Dr. Young, man, we appreciate your time today. We appreciate you as a partner. It really means a lot to me, having known you for so long and having a great relationship with you. So I'm very proud to represent you in the Polymac Particle community. I don't think you can see all the commenters right now, Dr. Young, but trust me, we've got like a whole list of listeners and viewers right now in our comments line that are all taking a good look at you. So thank you for the time. And I just want to say one last time, if you do need dental work, or if you haven't been in a long time, this is your guy right here. Trust Polymac. Dr. Young will take great care of you. He treats you like a family member. And Tony, I see you have something you want to say. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I just want to say, Dr. Young, first of all, thank you for your bedside manner. Seriously, because there's been in the past, I've gone to dentists where it was one and done because there wasn't much of a comfort. There just wasn't an emphasis on comfort. And so I was like, okay, I'm never coming back here. So I just want to say thank you for that. And really, we mean that, people. If you want to go feel comfortable and have a comfortable experience, go see Dr. Young and his staff. And then also, one of our commenters, I forget who it was, but they did suggest, is it possible that we could get you some Polymac Particles scrubs, if that's possible?
Oh yeah. Polymac Particle scrubs. I love that.
Well, at the very least, we got to hook up Dr. Young with some of our swag. I'll give you one of our new T-shirts. We have a great.
What color do you like, Polly?
Yeah, man. What size are you? What size?
Blue's great. You know, you've given me the giant. You know, large. Large is good. You've given me the Giants gear. You know, since you talked about swag, I have this here. Polly gave me the Dwight Clark football.
Nice.
From 2023, at an event they were honoring Dwight Clark.
Yeah.
And, you know, Polly's been great with giving me gear and swag over the years. And this is what I have in my office, and I love it.
I'm so glad. Well, you know what's cool, Dr. Young? Tomorrow night, Creative Tony and I are going to be down in San Jose at the Dwight Clark fundraiser. They have an annual fundraiser for the ALS Foundation. It's called the Golden Heart Foundation. Great fundraiser. Fred Warner comes out, Steve Young, Bryant Young, all kinds of Niner royalty. So we have all kinds of great gear, and perhaps I'll get a new take-home item for you this year, Dr. Young. But listen, man, great to see your smiling face. Thank you for being a partner on the show, and we'll be in touch, and we'll talk to you very soon, Dr. Young. Thank you.
Thank you, Paulie. Thank you, Tony. You guys are awesome.
Yeah,
all right, my friend.
Very
Cheers,
happy,
Dr. Young. Talk to you soon, bro.
Take
All
care.
right, man. There he is, everybody. Dr. Matt Young, our latest and newest sponsor. And I'm not embellishing anything I said, Tony.
No.
He and I have had a great rapport for a long time. I really dig that guy. He really cares about his patients, and you should get down there if you are in need of dental assistance or you just want to get
Yeah, Paulie, I saw tie-dye Dub City, tie-dye PMP scrubs, and Paulie's frozen for some reason. I don't know what's happening. Paulie, you there, buddy? Hello, Paulie. Well, everybody, hey, let me get rid of this banner first while we're talking too. Okay, I was gonna do a top 3 with Paulie. He's frozen right now. I don't know what was going on with P, but maybe he comes back. Let me see. Let me try to remove. I'm going to try and add him back to the show. So stand by as we look to see what's going on. No, I'm not getting Paulie right now. That's odd. Oh, God, the power. He just texted me. The power went out in Paulie's house. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That makes me think of like AC/DC, high voltage. Or, oh, my goodness, man. So I'm solo right now. This is great. Can you think of any songs right now, you guys, that of power outages or having to do with power or electricity? I mean, AC/DC makes me think. I think of high voltage, but I think AC/DC has a few songs that are related to electricity. Ray Goodman, oh crap! When the lights go down in the city, yes, lights out. Guerrilla radio, nice. Well, hey, so I'm actually Paulie and I were talking about. Paulie's calling me right now. Where's my phone? Oh God, sorry you guys. This is anyways, I don't know where my phone is right now because he's calling me and his power is out. So maybe I'll try and text him. But anyways, you guys, the Oklahoma City Thunder Minnesota matchup, I think Oklahoma City wins in 5. That's plain and simple. I'm excited about Fred Warner getting a 3-year contract extension. We were going to talk about that today. I hope you guys are excited about that too. He deserves it. And now he's, again, the highest paid linebacker in football. I think he deserves it. We're going to go through the Niners schedule. Paulie and I are going to go through the schedule. Maybe we can do that together if Paulie doesn't come back on the show. But also, Giants baseball, I'm concerned about their inability to hit lefties. It's a bizarre thing. And I was going to ask Paulie, because Chapman's batting 216, Adames is batting 219, I think. And they're both struggling. And we need offense from Chapman and Adames. And I was going to ask Paulie if he thought we should just maybe mix up the rotation. I mean, not the rotation, the batting order, the lineup. Maybe move Adames down and Chapman down. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. An old adage used to be, hey, give a hitter the hit and run sign to like break out of a slump or to kind of just swing at everything within reason, of course. But it's a good way to break out of a slump, or it's a good way to get the bat going when when you don't have the option to take pitches. You're just swinging at anything close. That's an option. But I'm worried about the lack of contribution from Chapman and Adames because we need those guys to contribute. Last night, Chapman coming up, runners in second and third. What was it, the 8th inning, I think? It pops out, a foul pop out. Adames didn't come through either. It's like we need these guys to be coming through in the clutch, or else the season is not going to go as long as we want it to. Jung-Hoo Lee clutched up in a huge way last night. Paulie just texted again, my entire house is down, no power. I wonder if somebody maybe I wonder if like somebody like a Chiefs fan in the neighborhood went to Paulie's house and yanked the power. They've had enough of his anti-Mahomes, anti-Brittany Mahomes, anti-Chiefs rants. I wonder if they yanked the power, went to the old box and just went boom, yanked the power down. But so that's what I'm thinking about the Giants is do they move Chapman and Adames around? I don't know. It's just it's a weird thing because Jung-Hoo Lee, he's like the juggernaut of the lineup, and Wilmer freaking Flores. I mean, that guy, he is seeing the ball well right now, man. He is seeing the ball well. So that's how I feel about the Giants. We got Hayden Birdsong going tonight too, which is what we're going to talk about as well. I'm ecstatic to see Birdsong on the mound. I was bummed when Hicks came in relief yesterday and he gave up that base hit. And it's like, oh, that's I mean, I was really rooting for him because I want Hicks to do well in the bullpen and still pitch with confidence. But I'm very excited to see Birdsong go tonight. I'm hoping he has a successful outing. He's been not lights out, but pretty damn close this season on the mound. So now it's a good opportunity for him to get, locked into that pitching rotation. Then you got Kyle Harrison waiting in the wings, and it's like, okay, here we go. If Kyle Harrison can get up to the rotation, Landon Roop, we'll see what Landon Roop is going to do. I don't know, man, because he is, based on his last outing, we're good to go, right? Based on, maybe he needs to have more lunch with Logan Webb before every outing, because that's what he did before his last outing. He had lunch with Logan Webb, and so he said he was much more loose. Another update from Paulie: no internet, no lights, nothing. Oh man, I don't know what's going on in San Rafael right now, but Paulie's house is yanked out of power. It's incredible. Leah Phillips, I see your comment. I did not make it to the show last night. My daughter's under the weather. I'm under the weather, so we're just kind of battling right now. My son has a playoff game this Thursday. Paulie and I have the Dwight Clark event tomorrow. I've got a Little League board meeting tonight, so I'm trying to just rest and take care of myself. And then we have this Little League tournament, not Little League, but a little travel ball tournament this weekend. So I'm trying to stay healthy, and that's why I talk about how busy we are with our kids, and everybody's busy. I know we're all busy. I don't like when people use the word busy as an excuse for not doing something, because we are all busy. Everyone is busy. So, but yes, we are busy. So like when we talk about Dr. Young being open Saturdays 8 to 4, boom, Dr. Young open Saturdays 8 to 4, because life is crazy. Life is busy. And so also look at, I saw NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC, Mahomes spotted in Paulie's neighborhood. Yes, dude, that's exactly the case. Oh my God, it's incredible. Ray Goodman, KMR overlords, NorCal Refrigeration, hashtag power for Paulie. Oh, this is good stuff. This is why you guys are such an important part of the show, is because the content you guys add to the show. And this is why, Dom, I'm going to check in with you after the show today about reciprocity, the whole reciprocity, bro. So now I'm gonna the top three I was gonna talk to Paulie about was the Niners schedule, and then I was gonna ask him about Chapman and Adames, and then the third thing I was gonna do was present this video from Los as number 3 for our Tony's top 3. And I didn't play the top 3 open because Paulie's not here, but here's number 3 compliments of Los D from Flex Funding. Stand by.
Funding, and also very proud partner of the Polymax Particles community. Wanted to come on here and let you guys know that one of the things I love about Paulie and Tony is their love of music, and it's incorporated into the show. So as the purple one hovers over my shoulder, wanted to ask you guys, if you were a baseball player, what would be your walk-up music? That's the beauty, is that we all have different tastes. So what would be your walk-up music as you head to home plate? Let the guys know. We'll talk about it and share it on the channel.
Love it, Los. Heck yeah, dude. That's a great question. And we'll pose this to Paulie when tomorrow when he's on the show, or if he makes it back today. Maybe Dom or Los, can you guys text Paulie and tell him that yes, I'm still on the air? He's asking me, are you still doing the show? And I don't have time to pick up my phone and text him. So if one of you guys could do that, or Rags, text Paulie, if that'd be great. Winks, if you're on the line, text him. But walk-up music, and you guys feel free to jump in on the comment line, because I'd love to hear some of your suggestions too, because then we can get Paulie's later. But my walk-up tune, I think it would have to be, I have 2 choices. It would either be Into the Void by Black Sabbath, or it would be, and this is a lesser known tune, but there's a song by Fish, and it's on their album called Picture of Nectar. It's called Chalk Dust Torture. And it starts off with a great guitar lick, and then it goes into the lyric of Can I Live While I'm Young? And that's kind of another mantra of mine, like, cherish these younger years, because, as we all know, getting older isn't the easiest. So it would be Chalk Dust Torture for me by Fish or Into the Void, depending on my mood that day. But I see, The Bitch Is Back by Scarlet Fire. Yes, Bonnie. I see Patrick Patton says Warrior by Anthony B. For those about to rock, says 49ers Red Zone. Anthony Merkovich does Purple Rain. Nice, dude. Okay. And did you like the Los? Did you like Prince behind Los in that picture? That was sweet. Let's see. In the Dark, Billy Squire, Steve Bisecchio. Nice, dude. That's incredible. Body Rocking by the Beastie Boys. Underrated track, by the way, Stinking Badges. And that actually, Body Moving, Body Rocking or Body Moving, I can't forget what it's called. The great album. Somebody mentioned it earlier in the chat. Hello Nasty. That album is actually a great album, and it was kind of like a resurgence for the Beastie Boys. And I highly recommend that album if you haven't seen it. I saw that show live in Oakland when they were in the round and the stage was rotating. It was incredible. Let's see what else. Let It Whip by the Daz Band, Dylan Verano. Nice work. Teen Spirit, Anthony Merkovich. Nice. Cashmere, Mark Graves. Welcome to the Jungle. Let's see. Los, what are you saying? SOS Band? Yeah, Just Be Good to Me. That bass slaps. Yes, it does, man. Baby Huey, what's up, Danny? Master of Puppets, Metallica. Hey, dude, Baby Huey, Danny, I'll be seeing you at Levi's Stadium next month, buddy. And we're going to be giving away tickets on our show here, Danny. So we're probably going to try and do a PMP Army hangout / tailgate at Levi's. So I'll be in touch with you, brother, because we would love to have you come by. Maybe we can get Shasta to come by, get my Uncle Paul, get Lamont to come by, and have kind of a little reunion at the PMP Army hangout / tailgate before Metallica. That Sunday show. We're looking at that Sunday show, by the way. Everybody who's listening to the Sunday show, June 22nd for the Metallica hangout. Back in Black says Miguel. Crawford's walk-up music was Lady Gaga. That's funny. These are all great answers. Yes, let's see. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly title track. John Joseph. Oh, that's from Ennio Morricone, I think. I think that's Ennio Morricone, John Joseph, if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, his whole catalog, Ennio Morricone's whole catalog is incredible. The 49ers used one of his tracks, and I used it at work as the creative director at KBR. I used that a lot too. I forget the Ecstasy of Gold. That's what it's called. Ecstasy of Gold. I used that for a long time. And someone did a remix of it, and it was really good because it had a really like a good hip hop beat, a modern hip hop beat that really, and they added it to Ennio Morricone's original track, and it was really good. And the Niners used it as well in some of their marketing. So what you want? Deep Cover. No. So what you want? Deep Cover, D and Snoop. Wow, Patrick Patton, nice, dude. But So What You Want just alone, like that album is incredible. Polar Nights by the Scorpions, says Matt Stenson. That's incredible. Let's see what else. I'm looking down the comments line because this is we're talking walk-up music. The Harder They Come, Sanchi. Nice. I love it. Hold It Now, Hit It, The Nutter. That a boy. Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. Steve Grosh. What's up, Groshel? Stand Back, Stevie Nicks. Nice, Noemi. That's a good call too. I love it. I love it. Great stuff. And Leah, I don't think I'm gone. I think I'm still here. I hope it's not I hope they didn't yank your power out too. I just saw Leah Phillips saying that I'm gone from the show as well. The whole area is down. Okay, I'm getting it. This is a live. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Yeah, here we go. There we go. We're doing a live update. This is from Paulie's text messaging with Dom, I guess. And it says the whole area is down. The outage map is massive from Mount Tam down to San Rafael. Okay. Well, down on the peninsula, life is good down here. I'm looking at sunny blue skies. I'm going to go for a run or maybe a hike later. And then we got baseball practice. But sorry that's going on for Paulie. We're still holding it down here. Random thing. I want to wish Cher a happy 79th birthday today, by the way. I saw that earlier because when I was looking up birthdays for today. 79. Cher 79 today. That's pretty crazy. And when we talked about Mike Damone, the character Robert Romanus, and his birthday was yesterday, he's 68. So just to give you some, I'm not trying to age all of us, but I'm just letting you know where we are with the birthdays. And what Dom's texting me something else. I think it's a top 3 logo. I got another vote for Welcome to the Jungle for walk-up music. Hush, dude, Hush. Stinking Badges, great call by Deep Purple. That's good stuff. All good walk-up songs, you guys. All of them. all of them. And tomorrow we can get back into this. That was one of the things we really wanted to make sure that we told you guys today. 11 a.m. tomorrow, where there's no night flight tomorrow because Paulie and I will be at the Dwight Clark Foundation event in San Jose. So tomorrow we will be at 11 a.m. instead of the night flight. It's a bummer because all of the night flight. Paulie and I love the night flight, but we're going to do this tomorrow. Hopefully record some footage. I mean, last year there was Brock Purdy, Steve Young, Dre Greenlaw. They had a quarterback. Alex Smith was there. I mean, there were many more guys there, but those are just some of the names that are at the top of my head. Alden Smith. We had a great conversation with Alden Smith last year. Eric Wright, Ronnie Lott, just a great crew of present and former 49ers in the house tomorrow night for Dwight Clark's foundation. So that will be good. A man in the box. Oh, dude, man in the box. That's a great call, Ray. Man in the box. It makes sense. There you go. Digging into the batter's box. So that will be tomorrow, 11 a.m. on this Roby Tuesday. We're going to wrap up this Roby Tuesday here in a second. But as far as the Giants go, I don't know if anybody thinks, am I overthinking it about Chapman and Adames? Just leave him be and let him settle in. But 216, 219. I just don't. Ooh, hold on a second. 49ers red zone just said goosebumps. John Joseph with the Imperial March. Dude, that would be tough. By the way, the Star Wars Day, I went to that on May the 4th, and they had all kinds of Star Wars themed stuff at the ballpark. That was an incredible day. If you ever get a chance to go to a Giants game and you want like a great theme or a great promotion, the May the 4th game was great because they had all the Colorado Rockies as stormtroopers. It was pretty cool. And I'm also admittedly a Star Wars geek, so I love all the Star Wars stuff. But they started out with doing the how they started out all the Star Wars movies with the words on the screen, and they're floating further and further away from you. And as like the intro for the game is pretty cool about the starting pitchers, about the both franchises, pretty cool stuff. But I don't even know how I got on that. Somebody. I can't. NorCal Refrigeration, like I can't say what you said in the comment line, dude. But yes, I agree with you, dude. Dr. Feelgood, that's another good walk-up song. Dr. Feelgood's a great call. Back to the Hotel. Back to the Hotel. Isn't that? Oh man, who sings? But that's an old rap song from the 80s or 90s. Back to the 80 West. Back to the Hotel. I forget what that is. ZZ Top. Tush. Yeah, Tush. Pearl Necklace. Another great song. My favorite ZZ Top song is Cheap Sunglasses because I love the outro jam. That outro jam is another one of those examples. It's like Drop Dead Legs on Van Halen's 1984, where they're just fading out the jam on the album version. And I'm like, I want to know how long that jam went on, for the love of God. Because with Eddie Van Halen, Alex Van Halen, David Lee Roth, and Michael Anthony, that jam went on forever. And the same for ZZ Top, and rest in peace Dusty Hill, whose birthday was yesterday. So I think Paulie's not coming back, which is a bummer. All of his power is out. It's crazy. And yeah, NorCal Refrigeration HVAC saw Patrick Mahomes spotted in the neighborhood of San Rafael. So it sounds like all of Marin County is down. This is pretty wild stuff. But hey, we carry on, right? So carry on, my wayward son. Hey, who's this? Oh, the Nutter. What's up, man? By the way, thank you for the super. And I should also say PMP VIP, if you want to become one, right down at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, you can join and spread the word. And thank you for those that have already joined. We're going to throw some extra content very, very soon. Nutter, thank you for the super. And also, I love that picture of Sharp Park. Now that I know that it's Sharp Park, every time I see it, it gives me a nice little warm fuzzy, dude, because I love Sharp Park. I love Pacifica in general. I think Steve Bisecchio the other day talked about, I think the bar is called Winters, that place, and it's also the best Taco Bell in history. Although I did see a report today that Lindemar Beach, for I don't know, consecutive years, I don't know how many, but it was rated, I think the dirtiest beach in all of the beaches. So that's not good. It's too much bacteria in the water at Lindemar. So it's like, everybody be careful if you go surfing or swimming at Lindemar. But having said that, we can wrap up today's show. And when we wrap it up, I also want to give, let's give Los some more love. Los, dude, you are just a champion in life, my friend. And what I love about Los is that yes, he's trying to make money. It's a business, but he is also about helping people. And I think I talked about this last week. Mr. Rogers has his advice was look for the helpers, follow the helpers. Los is somebody, let's say Los was in the neighborhood with the power outage in San Rafael. I'm going to Los to try and get some help because he's a helper. He tries to help people, and his business helps people, and that's what he wants to do. So, and he thinks outside the box. So if you have a very unique situation, give him a call, 925-250-4894, or email carlos@myflexnow.com, because Los will take care of you. And again, if it's not the right time to do something, he's not going to force it. That's the beauty of it. He's not going to force it on you, but he can maybe come up with a solution or maybe something down the road. But he specializes in HELOC loans, and he can close those in like around 8 days usually, and then the other loans around 30 days. But he can do it in the state of California, outside of California. He is able to help. And it's a multitude of different types of loans, but like a reverse mortgage is one. The HELOC is another one. Fix and flip is another one. There's all kinds of situations that Los can help you with, and you'll have a good time. That's why we talked about Dr. Young earlier. We want life's all about having a good time, right? I mean, responsibly having a good time, but having a good time. So why not make the dentist a good time? Why not make dealing with your mortgage or dealing with needing money, loans, a good experience, an enjoyable experience? That's why Los is here. 925-250-4894, or email at carlos@myflexnow.com. So tomorrow, everybody, Paulie hopefully will be back. If not, I'm going to tell Paulie to get his ass into San Francisco and go broadcast from Longbridge Pizza. He can do the show from Longbridge Pizza, or maybe we both do it from Longbridge tomorrow if need be. But I don't know what the power situation will be tomorrow, but I promise you we will be on the air tomorrow at 11 a.m. I can promise you that. Let me see. Just while we're here.
Man, don't bullshit me.
Okay.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
I am absolutely jacked out of my mind, bro.
Just having fun with the soundboard on our way out here.
Guess what?
Right?
The rules are there ain't no rules.
Utah, give me 2.
And I got to add more sound to this. But hey, Minnesota Timberwolves, I have a message from Zaza Pachulia as you go up against OKC tonight.
Nothing easy. Nothing easy.
All right. And Jimmy Butler.
Damn, Jimmy.
And Jimmy Garoppolo.
Damn, Jimmy.
Jimmy Evans.
Damn, Jimmy.
JJ Evans.
Damn, Jimmy.
All right. And then Ozzy Osbourne on the way out.
Oh, no. Please, God, help me.
And lastly, will Paulie's power be back tomorrow?
Oh, no.
Jeff Spicoli, will Paulie's power be back tomorrow?
Oh, no.
All right. And on that note, here we go. Diamond Dave. All right, and on the way out, we're going to do our closing music just because DJ made this for us, and it's so good. And if you just let it go, and again, I want to thank NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC for the music he's made for our show as well. We have to give us the Los. And actually, you know what? While we're at it, why not give us the Los real quick on our way out here? Because this music we played.
Give us the Los. 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 What loan would you like?
From the horn.
Give us the Los.
Cool. The horn in the background. I don't think I noticed that before. The horn in the background. Here we go.
Hans Lufa.
There's the NorCal Refrigeration triple cut today as we say goodbye.
Hans Lufa. Sometimes he's got a stick, he'll get your back. Sometimes he's in your hand, and that's the facts. He might go low, and that's okay. Hans Lufa all day. He's got a special power.
Come on, man.
He'll scrub you in the shower. Exfoliate.
And finally, you want to be a
POP
VIP.
VIP. POP VIP. Join today. POP VIP. POP VIP. POP VIP. Join today. POP VIP. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you so much, NorCal Refrigeration HVAC. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for hanging in with me after Paulie lost the power. Love you all. It's all about the reciprocal nature of this show. We wouldn't be here without you. So truly, truly, from Paulie and I both, thank you all for your support. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to keep building this brick by brick. Love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to dismiss the class one more time.
Class dismissed.
Everyone, go out there and have a great day. Make the most of it, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Take care, and until tomorrow at 11 a.m., peace, y'all. All right, have a good one.